Your number one assignment is to be submissive to your husband. As a wife, the first assignment you have is to be submissive. Others can follow, but the number one is submission. Let's be frank with ourselves. Whatever position you are holding, in your career, in your business, in the society, no matter the rank, it does not have anything to do with your submission to your husband. You have to be submissive. It is an order from God. It is not negotiable. Be submissive. The book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 10, read, "On the 7th day of his banquet, the king was drinking and feeling merry. He ordered them to bring in Queen Vashti, wearing a royal crown. The queen was a beautiful woman, and the king wanted to show off her beauty to the officials and all his guests. But when the servant told Queen Vashti of king's command, she refused to come. This made the king furious." Now let me tell you one thing. There's something you need to know. That in every man, there is an angel and a monster. Now look. If a man is good, just know that you are seeing the angelic side of him. Embedded in each man is the monster side. Queen Vashti brought out the monster in her husband, while Queen Esther, through submission, brought out the angel in her husband. The same man that was furious with Vashti, Queen Esther won his favor. The book of Esther, chapter 5, verse 1. On the 3rd day of her feast, Esther put on her royal robes and went and stood in the inner courtyard of the palace, facing the throne. The king was inside, seated on the royal throne, facing the entrance. When the king saw Queen Esther standing outside, she won his favor. Now let me ask you, are you Vashti or Esther? Think deep and ask yourself this question. Weigh yourself, your character. Are you Vashti or are you Esther? Wọ́n ní ẹni burú mọ́, òun wẹ́ni máa sọ fún un ni. The Bible says in Genesis 3:16, "And he said to the woman, I will increase your trouble in pregnancy and your pain in giving birth. In spite of this, you will still have the desire of your husband, and you will be subjected to him." Can you hear this? Is this my own handwriting? This is to tell you that your submission is not negotiable. It is not something you have a choice with. It is an order from God. Obey first, then complain. Even in situations when you feel his decisions are not right, or you feel he's driving you towards the dish, why don't you do it God's way? Why don't you talk to God, the one who has power over everyone, including your husband? The nagging, the shouting, the fighting is not the solution. The solution is prayer. Don't forget that Esther did not just put on a royal robe and crown and everything and stood at the entrance of the palace. No. Esther prayed. Esther prayed. She did not fight. She did the fighting on her knees. Now that energy you want to waste on shouting, fighting and nagging. You know what you are going to do? Use that energy to pray.